Hello YouTube, Dbtgamer Show, Pokemon Birthday, Part 86. In the last part, YouTube, technical difficulties. Oh boy. In the last part, YouTube, I managed to capture Articuno. After that,
and then the game crashed.
After that, my transfer pack sort of dislodged itself from the ping configuration of my controller, so the game crashed.
And guess what he forgot to do? Oh yeah, save.
After capturing Articuno and Zapdos, I had to go back and capture the bloody things.
So he spent the best part of the last hour catching them again?
Half an hour, pretty much.
Half an hour. I'll lose track.
Now let's reconvene. I have flown back to Viridian City. We're now going to make our way up Victory Road. I don't do the roll call yet.
Nowhere near Victory Road yet.
Anyway, whilst we're doing the make our way to Victory Road, I'm going to talk about a few things here.
Yeah, we've given up on the my console thing because really, truth be told, I wouldn't bother with a handheld console.
Back to the Ho-Oh thing.
Ho-Oh.
Well, I think the reason why Ho-Oh was put in the very first episode of the Pokemon series was this. I think Ho-Oh was put there because, one, he can fly, therefore he can go anywhere he wants. And two, I think when Pokemon Blue was made, certain Pokemon were left out. And
yeah, it's not.
They already had been planned as a legendary.
Yeah, it's not impossible to imagine that when they did the first 151, they had a few extra spare.
I mean, look at all the rumours surrounding Missing, though.
Yeah, so they must have had some. They must have had some lurking around. So I'm thinking that when they actually released the anime, they were already working on like the next batch of Pokemon. Possibly even they already had Gold and Silver planned out.
I don't think they would have.
And the appearance of Ho-Oh in the first episode of the Pokemon anime, just foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So it's like no an in-movie advert.
Yeah, I see where that
Or
works.
possibly to spread some rumours, perhaps. I don't fucking know. It's about 12 years ago now.
Right. Here we are, YouTube. This is Victory Road, the second last dungeon of the game. This dungeon is pretty difficult. I reckon I'm level 45 plus.
And in Victory Road, you can find a Zubat, very common in L3 versions, a Golbat, common in L3 versions, a Venomoth, common.
Golbat, very good at flying Pokemon. Definitely well worth getting. The only problem is it can't learn fly in this generation.
A Venomoth, common in Red and Blue. Machop, very common in L3 versions. Machoke, common in all 3 versions. Geodude, very common in all 3 versions. A Graveler, common in all 3 versions. Onix, common in all 3 versions. And a Marowak, rare in Red and Blue. So yeah, I think your best bet is possibly a grass Pokemon for this place. This could be a problem.
Right, YouTube, hopefully we shall have no more technical problems. Right, the way that Victory Road works is the Victory Road is filled with strength puzzles. You must complete each strength puzzle in turn in order to get further into the dungeon. You will need a Pokemon that knows strength.
Which you should have by now.
Once we complete Victory Road, YouTube, I will be backtracking through Victory Road to get Moltres. And also I will be looking at my movesets and I may change them before we start the Pokemon League.
Are you thinking about excuse me. You're thinking about giving someone some more powerful moves?
Yeah, I was thinking about looking for my TMs and maybe swapping some moves and stuff. Victory Road is a very long dungeon. It's probably the longest dungeon in the game.
So yeah, we'll probably be talking over most of it.
Yeah. I actually got through Seafoam Island a lot quicker than I expected. I do not remember Seafoam Island that well at all, but I really just owned it, and I didn't expect to do it that fast.
Well, it's
And it's pretty much impossible to get lost in the power plant. But Seafoam Island, I thought I'd be lost for several parts.
You did it in one part.
Yeah.
Not bad. Then you have to do it again.
Alright, first puzzle complete.
Is that it?
Just follow that combination YouTube and you should have no problem.
Yeah, really, if you know anything about puzzles and games, you really shouldn't have a problem anyway.
I know most of these puzzles off by heart, so just watch my watch what I do and copy. I'm going to speed this up because encounter rates get on my nerves.
You will be happy to know, guys, that I'm back up and running. I've had a bit of problem recently uploading any videos at all, and I managed to upload one today.
Oh, good.
At least I left it running. Whether it's actually uploaded or not is I've no idea.
Alright.
Yeah, I left it. I set it to upload before I left to come here, and hopefully it should have uploaded by now.
Alright, YouTube, here you can only get one of the items, so just pick the one you want and just get it. I'm going to get the one on the top and then I'm going to go back and get the one later.
It's really not important either way.
I think it might have been decent, like a HP up or a rare candy or something like that. Anything that stops everything with level grinding is good.
Anything that makes the game slightly easier.
Yeah. TM43, let's see what this does.
What's it, TM? You've got Sky Attack.
Very good flying move, although you have to wait one turn for it to charge up. Adam, pause camera to go back and get this other item. And we're back, YouTube. I've pushed the border in a different way. Oh, I get this item. This is a rare candy. Definitely worth getting. I will give this to... let's see, well, Crush's already had one, I'll give one to Duracell.
Woot.
They're all the same now, and they're all pretty high on experience points, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
Onyx.
Both those items definitely worth getting. Sky Attack's definitely a decent move. If you've got a fire Pokemon, it's definitely well worth teaching it. Even though it does take one move to charge, one turn to charge up, I still say it's a decent move.
Yeah, there's quite a few moves in this game where...
Adam, camera time, out to the left.
Oh, we're on 8-8.
Right, okay. Keep your eyes on it.
There's quite a few moves in this game where you quite literally have to waste a move to use them. So some of them take a while to charge up, like Solar Beam, and others like drain your energy and leave you paralysed for one turn.
Yeah.
So I tend to avoid them myself.
Well, personally, I like Solar Beam a lot.
They are extremely powerful.
I mean...
The trouble is, if it misses, you've just wasted 2 turns.
I mean, just recently, I was playing Pokemon Black and White. I'm pretty much towards the end of the game now. I'm just doing side quests so I can level my Pokemon for the actual Pokemon League itself. And I had the opportunity to learn Leaf Storm, which is a very overpowered grass attack, but the problem is, after you use it, it drains your special stats. And at the moment I've got Solar Beam and Leaf Blade, my grass moves, and I didn't want to learn Leaf Storm.
And I think Leaf Storm's a new one.
It is quite a new one, it was introduced last generation.
So yeah, what do you want to talk about now that you've... We've exhausted the what console you'd build if you had the money kind of thing.
Well, I haven't done mine yet.
Go on, what would you build then?
Oh, how would I build a console? I'd do well, okay, my handheld console. Basically, I'd build a Game Boy Advance SP, but on steroids.
I think the definition of that is DS.
No, I'd build a Game Boy Advance, but I wouldn't give it any sort of gimmick like a touchscreen or anything like that. It'd be a Game Boy Advance, but on steroids. I'd build a very powerful Game Boy, pretty much.
I'd also like to point out that when we started this little topic, you said to forget about the big three.
I didn't even forget about the big three completely.
Oh, he's covering himself up now. I had to completely ignore them. Oh no, he's alright. I can just make a Game Boy and make it better, kind of thing. Yeah,
no,
and call it a new console. But no, I had to think of something completely from bloody scratch.
Shut up, let me try and say what I'm on about.
Go on.
My handheld console, it will probably be, as far as, okay, I'll do it from scratch. It'll be just to
oh dear, he's got to think about it now.
Just to satisfy you here, I would first. It'll be quite a small console. It'll have a cartridge-based medium.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably a similar size to the one that's using in the 3DS these days. About a 2 gig cartridge space.
Yeah, so like a sort of SD card thingy, yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't have a gimmick as such. I wouldn't put a touchscreen on it because here's where I stand on a touchscreen. I like the idea, but if you can't make the screen 100% scratch proof for at least 5 years, they're not my favourite thing in the world.
Unless, of course, you're going to make a touchscreen out of, I don't know, some kind of transparent metal. That isn't going to happen.
The problem with touchscreens, they scratch very easily.
Oh, yes.
They aren't exactly they can't take that much abuse. So it wouldn't have a touchscreen. It would just be.
Unless, of course, you make a competitive touchscreen, which you use by using your finger. You don't have a stylus scratching it to bits. Okay, you get a bit of grease off your finger, but that can easily be wiped off. You're not going to scratch anything from your fingerprints.
Well, what do you have in your hands? You've got your fingernails.
You don't use your fingernails. You use your finger.
Can I finish? Lots of females these days have very long fingernails, and
they still have fingers. They're not all nail.
And you could potentially scratch the screen with your fingernail.
So cut your fingernails, woman.
Yeah, well.
Really, long fingernails don't make you look any more attractive. It just means we're sort of more nervous every time you offer to toss us off. You say, hang on, dude, you got spiky things, the delicate equipment down there. You better shave those things first.
Adam, section down to the side here.
Okay, fair enough. So, okay, that's just my personal preference, but carry on.
If I made a games console, it would be controlled with buttons, no touchscreen.
Right.
Reason number one, they scratch easy, and reason number two, game designers these days, I am sick and tired of them saying, we'll just use the touchscreen instead of using the buttons that are right in front of your face. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Phantom Hourglass, you are a big problem here.
Yeah, like motion control, touchscreens don't really improve anything that, a button can do quite easily. Yeah. A combination of buttons and possibly an analog stick or a joypad.
I'd probably end up having a similar sort of slider from the 3DS. Because that analog stick is sublime. It's one of the best analog sticks I've ever used. It beats the art off the PSP one by a long shot.
Oh yeah, the PSP stick. I say stick. It's just sort of a plastic mass with ridges cutting it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're on 14, 15, so you got anything else to talk about?
Alright, we'll continue this next part, YouTube. Bye.